Hi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Jen. I have a pair of mini ears on and I have a Disney bag in front of me. So yay, it's another what's in my bag video. With the trip coming up really soon, really soon, I thought it'd be fun to do a what's in my bag with all the essentials that I need for a day in the parks. So for this video, I'm using my very pink, very sequin Loungefly, but typically I reach for my Stony Clover Jumbo Fanny Pack, and I love putting a Mickey bag charm on it. I'll put a little close-up shot of it here. And for like the nights out for dinner, what I'll typically reach for is my Stony Clover little shoulder bag, featuring yet another Mickey bag charm. But like I said, for today's purposes, we're going to use my Loungefly. Now, first things first, since it's out anyway, I do have my phone in here. Just my phone. It is what I use, of course, to take some video, just when I need to whip it out and capture something. It's also where my ticket lives and my Disney experience, and you need your phone. But getting to the main bag, we're gonna start in the outside pocket where looks like, come on, we're starting with lotion. I like to wash my hands as often as I possibly can, so I do keep lotion in my bag just so I don't have ashy hands. I don't bother with makeup in the park because I will, especially in July, I will just sweat it all off, so I just don't even bother. But my one non-negotiable is my lip product, and I have my new Summer Fridays Pink Guava. I'm obsessed with it so far. I think it might be number 2. Cherry is still my favorite, but I love Pink Guava. Stay. I also have Band-Aids. I've learned the hard way not to wear new shoes to the park. I had to learn that lesson the very hard way years ago, and I had blisters, the worst blisters. So just as a rule of thumb, I do keep them in my bag. Since that fateful incident, I don't wear new shoes to the park anymore, but just in case, I like to make sure I have Band-Aids. I also have my Listerine little, I have done, this is my third what's in my bag, and I still cannot just in one go say what this is. But my Listerine mouthwash strips. Of course, you eat and you drink, just freshen up a little bit. I do also have my Touchland, the Berry Bliss, which is my favorite one. It's pink and it smells the best, so have to keep my Touchland. And that is it for the outside pocket. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's polka dotty and it's really cute, and that's what the inside of the bag looks like. But now we're on to the main pocket. I have my iced coffee cup koozie from All Things Lily Ann. I drink a lot of Joffrey's coffee in the park, so just to keep my fingers from getting really cold, even though in July, don't mind it as much. I do keep that. I also have my mini tripod for my camera. It is very useful. Ow. It's very useful. If I could get it open, there we go. It's very useful. I just prop it down, able to yap to you guys when necessary. And of course, you can't take a full-on tripod to the park, so that's a necessity, like extendable one. But this one is perfect. I've taken it many times, no issues. I also keep a scrunchie. I don't leave my hair out at the park because that's just asking for trouble. Me versus Florida humidity, I'm losing every time. So I'm normally braided up. So just in case I want to tie my hair up, I do have a scrunchie. I normally have several, but for these purposes, I just have the one. I also have bleach wipes. Well, they're not bleach. Disinfecting wipes, because everything is gross and I have to wipe everything down before I sit. So typically like in restaurants and stuff. So I do have that. Ooh, probably the most important thing in here, the deodorant, because it is hot in the park, you're gonna get sweaty. So I like to dip into the bathroom and freshen up. I cannot go without it. So probably the most important thing in my bag. The second most important thing, I have sunscreen. I have this one for my body, but I have another one for my face because I don't like to burn it. I don't want to say it's inevitable, but with that Florida sun, it's gonna happen a little bit, but I like to prevent it as much as I possibly can. So I do have sunscreen in my bag. I normally also have an aerosol spray, but I haven't bought that yet. That'll be part of the pack and prep video in a couple of weeks. Third most important thing in the bag is my fan. This one has 3 settings and the third one is pretty powerful. Can you guys hear that? I don't know, but it's pretty powerful. I have this pink one and I also have a navy blue one. I keep both of them charged and ready to go because without it, I will be hot and angry and we don't want that. So I must have that. And then, of course, we have my wallet where my money lives, but it's also where, I know I mentioned that my tickets are typically on my phone, but I like to have a physical copy as well, like a physical card. So I also have my ticket. I keep this one because it's Tinkerbell, and I've mentioned she's my favorite. But again, my ticket's normally either on my phone or on my watch, so I very rarely reach for the physical card. However, I do use them as bookmarks in my everyday life, so there is that. Oh, and I have the phone attachment for my tripod, so makes it easy in case I want to use my phone. I also have my power bank and the cord. I also have a MagSafe charger, but that's still in my other bag. I gotta remember to bring it with me, but power bank, sorry. And I also have Evian facial spray. That is a lifesaver for me a lot of the time. What I like to do with it is put it in the fridge like the night before or even the morning before, just for a substantial amount of time, and it cools the water down and it is so nice throughout the day. The bottle's actually kind of cold now, which is nice, but I leave it in the fridge the night before and then pull it out and then use it in the park, and it is such a nice little burst of cool water. Another big necessity, my sunglasses. I have mentioned they are prescription. I can't see, I'm pretty blind, so having prescription sunglasses is very useful, especially when I probably should not have just regular glasses on because the sun is so bright. Icebreakers. And last but not least, it was at the very bottom of the bag, I also have my mini microphones as well as extra SD cards. I do get a lot of content when we're at the park, and even though space has never really been a problem because I like to offload all my stuff at the end of every day, just in case I want to make sure I have backup. But that is everything that is in the bag. I am so excited about going. We have just a few weeks left. I think I already have all the outfits that I want. I have a couple of pairs of shoes that I need to get actually sooner rather than later so I can break them in. But I'm super excited. I can't wait to do all the pack and prep stuff with you guys. And yeah, that is what's in my bag. Let me know if there's anything I'm missing that you'd put in yours. But with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.